Hello friends, I am Mr. Dilip Kumar Pal, reader in political science, welcomes my beloved viewers to a very important topic of the Indian Constitution, which is powers of Indian Supreme Court. In Indian judicial system, Supreme Court is at the top. So we'll discuss today mainly powers of the Indian Supreme Court. It has mainly four powers like original power, number 2, appellate power, number 3, advisory power, and number 4, other powers, where we have included in the other power 10 important powers. So now we'll start, my viewers. Okay, the topic is powers of Indian Supreme Court. But before we discuss what powers Indian Supreme Court has, we must know first of all a few lines about Indian Supreme Court. According to a scholar, Alexander Hamilton, laws are dead letters without courts to expound and define their true meaning and operation. It means without judiciary, laws will be meaningless. So, an American jurist, Rawls, has told there should be a judiciary to ascertain and decide rights, punish crimes, administer justice, and protect innocents from the injury of usurpation. It means in every country there must be a judiciary. So in India there is also a judiciary, and the top of the Indian judicial system is the Supreme Court of India. And about Indian Supreme Court, Aurobhi Krishnaswamy Iyer once told, Indian Supreme Court has much powers than any other Supreme Court in any part of the world. So Indian Supreme Court is very powerful. It has many powers. It possesses some important powers. Now I will discuss one by one what powers Indian Supreme Court possesses or exercises. The first important power of the Indian Supreme Court is original jurisdiction. Original jurisdiction means there are some powers which only Supreme Court has. In the original power we will include two powers. Number 1, it is the power to act as a federal court under Article 131, and number 2, it is the power to issue 5 writs like habeas corpus, mandamus, quo warranto, certiorari, and prohibition. So original jurisdiction means Supreme Court has mainly two powers which other courts in India do not have. Now you must be interested to know about these powers. So the first original power of the Supreme Court is that under Article 131 it acts as a federal court. It means as in India a federal system is found, and on the basis of it one central government and many state governments are found. Sometimes tussles or conflicts are found among these governments. So it is the duty of the Supreme Court to solve those cases. Under Article 131, it acts as a federal court. Sometimes disputes are found between the central government and some state governments. Number 2, central government in one hand, central government and some states in one hand, and some states on the other hand. Number 3, between or among the governments. So if there will be disputes among the governments, Supreme Court solves those cases at the federal court. Number 2. Under Article 32, it is the power to issue writs like habeas corpus, mandamus, quo warranto, certiorari and prohibition. These writs are used for the protection of fundamental rights of the people. So the first writ is the habeas corpus. Habeas corpus means you may have the body. It means whenever a person is detained illegally, he can approach to the Supreme Court. And in that case, Supreme Court will issue habeas corpus. By means of this writ, Supreme Court orders the authority to bring that person before me, so that I will see whether that person has been detained on an illegal ground or not. And if Supreme Court will find that a person is detained illegally under habeas corpus, Supreme Court will order for his release. It is habeas corpus. Number 2. Mandamus. Mandamus means we order. It means it is an order to an officer to perform his duty because it is his duty to perform. For example, a person has all the eligibility to get license, but in spite of that, if he is not given license, that person can approach to Supreme Court, and Supreme Court by means of issuing writ mandamus will order that officer to perform his duty because it is his duty to perform. Okay, my students, very good. Number 3, quo warranto. Quo warranto means by what? Quo warranto means by what authority? It means when a government post is snatched illegally or is taken illegally, Supreme Court has the power by means of quo warranto to take step to protect that post from being snatched. For example, for a government post, the minimum age is 21 years. But a person will get the government job even if his age is 18 years. It means illegally he has taken that job. So if a complaint will be made to Supreme Court by means of issuing quo warranto will order that person not to hold that office. Okay, my viewers, then come to prohibition. Prohibition is also written. Prohibition means sometimes lower courts are exercising those powers which do not belong to them. So in that case, Supreme Court will order lower courts to stay within the limit or not to exercise those powers which do not belong to them. Last one is certiorari. Certiorari means Supreme Court has the power to withdraw a case from the lower court if it feels that it is important and decide that case. So certiorari means the power of the Supreme Court to take a case from the lower court and decide by itself. So these are the original power of the Indian Supreme Court. Now we'll see appellate power of Supreme Court. Supreme Court is the topmost court of the country. So it is the power to hear decision. It is the power to hear against the decisions of the High Court. If a person is not satisfied with the verdict of the High Court or judgment of the High Court, he can go to Supreme Court. But in which manner? What is the procedure? Under Article 132, in case of constitutional cases, if a person is not satisfied with the verdict of the High Court, he can go to Supreme Court on two grounds. If Supreme Court will feel that it is important, it can withdraw the case from the High Court by granting special leave and decide by itself. And number 2, if the High Court will give a certificate that this case is fit to go to Supreme Court, then a person can go to Supreme Court. So I think my viewers are clear. Again I am telling, on constitutional cases under Article 132, a person can go to Supreme Court if the High Court will give a certificate that you can go to Supreme Court. If the High Court will not give a certificate, a person can go to Supreme Court by approaching to the Supreme Court. And if Supreme Court will feel that it is important case, then Supreme Court by granting special leave can withdraw the case and decide by itself. Number 3, then another case is the civil cases. On what ground a person can go to Supreme Court on civil cases? It is dealt by Article 133. Under Article 133, on civil cases, a person can go to Supreme Court if High Court will give a certificate. Number 2, if the High Court will not give a certificate, a person can go to Supreme Court by approaching Supreme Court, and if Supreme Court will be approached, Supreme Court by issuing a special leave can allow that person to file a case in the Supreme Court. But previously, before 1972, there was a provision in the Indian Constitution that a civil case can go to Supreme Court if its value is more than 20,000. But now, in the 30th Constitutional Amendment 1972, it was abolished. So, on all civil cases, a person can go to Supreme Court if the High Court will give a certificate. If the High Court will not give certificate, if Supreme Court will be approached, Supreme Court by issuing special leave can allow that person to file a case in Supreme Court. Okay, my viewers, then what is the criminal cases? On Article 134, on all criminal cases, a person can go to Supreme Court against the decision of High Court in 3 occasions. If High Court has given death sentence to anybody, then that person can go to Supreme Court. Number 2, if High Court will give a certificate that this case is fit to go to Supreme Court, then a person can go to Supreme Court. Number 3, if the High Court will not give a certificate, if Supreme Court will be approached, Supreme Court by granting special leave will allow that person to file a case in the Supreme Court. So this is all about the appellate jurisdiction of Supreme Court. So my viewers, we have completed original jurisdiction of Supreme Court, we have completed appellate jurisdiction of Supreme Court. Then we come to the third power of Supreme Court, that is the advisory power. Advisory power means if President of India will face any legal crisis, it can approach to Supreme Court to give advice. Under Article 143, Supreme Court can give advice to the President. But this advice is not mandatory for the President to carry on. The President may carry it out or may not carry it out. But what are the examples? In 1959, in Kerala Education Bill, the President sought the advice of Supreme Court. In 1964, Allahabad High Court versus UP State Legislature, also President requested Supreme Court to give advice. In that case also Supreme Court delivered advice to President. Now my viewers, you come to the other powers. Supreme Court has original power, it has appellate power, it has advisory power. Besides these 3 powers, it has some other powers. You will have to learn a lot from other powers. As many as I have included 10 points. Okay, number 1, what are other powers? The first other power is that Supreme Court will act as a court of record under Article 129. It means what Supreme Court will say, it is final. Number 2, binding powers. Under Article 141, what Supreme Court will say, it is binding to all lower courts. Okay, very good my viewers. Number 3, review its power of judgment. Under Article 137, Supreme Court has the power to review its own judgment. In a case, Bengal Immunity Co case 955, Supreme Court has told that if it has some error in previous verdict, it is the power to review its own judgment for the interest of general people. Then point 4, removal of members of UPSC. Under Article 317, Supreme Court has the power to undertake a case against any UPSC member on the ground of misbehavior by the request of the President. If Supreme Court will see or will find that the particular member is a guilty person, is guilty, then Supreme Court has the power to remove him. Then point 5, Chief Justice act as President in the absence of President and Vice President. Whenever both the President and Vice President will be absent, at that time Chief Justice Supreme Court will act as President. Okay, my viewers, very good. I think you are enjoying. Number 6, it has power to make rules and procedure of other courts. Supreme Court has the power to make rules and procedures for all lower courts. Okay, my viewers, then come to 7.1. It has make rules for its own practices. The Supreme Court has the power to make rules for its own practices with the approval of President. It has power to make rules and procedures for itself with the approval of President. And prepare conditions and of services for its own employees. It has the power to prepare conditions of service of its own employees with the approval of President. Then come to 9. Decide excess money spent by states on union direction. Under Article 257 and 258, if any state government has made any excess payment or incurred a lot by the order of the union government, that type of case can be solved by the Supreme Court. It means under Article 257 and 258, if any state government will spend some extra amount by the order of the union government, that type of case will be under the jurisdiction of Supreme Court. Then my viewers, the last one is a sitting judge can be appointed to lead a commission. It means if there will be any scandal in the country, a sitting judge of the Supreme Court will be appointed to lead a commission. Okay, my viewers, this video is very important to those students who are very sensitive for their academic life. In this video, you will get a lot of informations. You know about original power of jurisdiction detail. You know about apparent power of jurisdiction detail. Number 3, you will know about advisory power. Then number 4, in other powers we have included 10 points. If you will prepare notes on the basis of this video, at least you will get a lot of satisfaction. Okay, my viewers, I am Mr. Dilip Kumar Pal. Wish you best luck for examination. Again, we will be here with a quality video on a new topic. Till now, my viewers, goodbye to all.